Aya Tapeo Neilane, Max Wayne's Wayane. For those of you who do not know me, I am from Huntington, Indiana. I am a senior, obviously, or I want to be making this video. And I have a major in marketing as well as a minor in IMS, which is like graphic design. So, as far as what has shaped me and developed me here at Myaamia, especially in the last 2 years, a lot of what I put my time into is forming those skills of graphic design and learning a lot about that world. I am a member of the Myaamia Student Magazine, where I do graphic design for them, which is kind of entails like taking a story or two every semester, creating a layout for that in the magazine itself. And I'm also lead graphic design for Muse Management, which is like a fashion design organization here. And same kind of thing, doing layouts for their prints and everything. I'm a member of NASA. Hopefully some of you have heard of that. But going into how the Myaamia courses have shaped me, by far my favorite part about taking these courses was learning and discussing Myaamia aesthetics. So I've always been super intrigued by the ways that different cultures express themselves, how artists visually express their emotion in different forms and mediums. And it was really my freshman year when I became understanding of my Myaamia heritage, which I'm sure many of you can relate to. So when this happened, I was, super excited because as we were learning about these Myaamia aesthetics, it meant that, the art that we were studying belonged to a culture that I was a member of. And, I know it sounds odd, but it never really clicked with me until my freshman year that I was really a Myaamia citizen. But I think that the art that I was exposed to in these forming years of my citizenship helped me come to the conclusion of feeling like I belonged in the community. I also really loved taking the language course last year during my junior year, which I didn't really understand why I was so stoked to have them my junior year until towards the end. I was reflecting on it, and the foundation that had been built in my previous 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year, was huge for my understanding of the language. So I think that these two, definitely the learning of the language or my understanding of it now, as well as my understanding of Myaamia aesthetics, are kind of what I've put towards the brainstorming of my project and everything that I've developed. So going into my project, the basis of it will begin with an analysis of Myaamia prints and graphic styles based upon the understanding of design that I have developed here at Myaamia. So the analysis of Myaamia prints and graphics I hope to represent it or compile it into some sort of magazine or a similar medium. And my intent of doing this is to eventually publish it in some way, maybe, so that it can be shared with the entire Myaamia community. So what I will study will include, but is not limited to in any way, because I'm definitely open to a lot of different things, mostly symbols, typography, colors, arrangement, and overall aesthetic. So I will study the representation and nature of each of these categories for each print or graphic, with the intent of identifying and addressing trends that are present in the different prints that I'm going to include. And by prints, I mean maybe book covers or works of art that artists have done in the community, things like that, or things that are included, maybe ribbon work, etc. So I would also like to include interviews from the creators of the different works that I include, if they're willing. But the main objective of this study is to gain a better understanding of how Myaamia aesthetics have either remained the same or changed, specifically in the area of graphics from various artists and media sources. And by media sources, just like anything that's print. I'm still trying to narrow down exactly what I mean by that, but really anything that is printed. But another key objective of the project is to create an anthology, like I said before, like a magazine or something of a similar medium, of various familiar prints in the Myaamia community, with analyses, descriptions, interviews, making up the writing portion of it. So the deeper part of everything that I'm trying to do here, I guess, going further than the objectives that I'm talking about, truly what I'm trying to do is just make something for kids like me who who absolutely love staring at the design of things and trying to understand how things are built and, you know, how each part works together to form a whole of a piece. But feel like there's not really a central place to do this or a place to begin. What I want to do is just take that overwhelming feeling away and give them something to look at, something to hold on to, you know, something physical, tangible. So as for my action plan next semester, I will have wanted to have most of my interviews and discussions compiled from this semester so that I can start building whatever the final iteration will look like next semester. So most of next semester will be spent deciding on what works I want to include, how I want to include them, the design of the piece itself, of the compilation itself, everything, etc. And as far as how you all could help with my project, I think the coolest thing would be just to let me know what you guys are stoked about with Myaamia aesthetics, like what gets you guys going. I would love to know. You can just send me things, email me, text me. If you don't have that, I'll put it somewhere, or I'll have George send it to you. But yeah, let me know what you guys are excited about, and I would love to include it in the print itself. So I guess that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for listening. Hopefully I didn't run on too long. But Misha Newe, Shai.